Apollo 13 flight controllers, listen up. Give me a go, no go for launch. Booster.
Go.
Retro.
Go.
Vital.
We're go flight.
Guidance.
Guidance go.
Surgeon.
Go flight.
Ecom.
We're go flight.
GNC.
We're go.
Telmu.
Go.
Control.
Go flight.
Procedures.
Go.
Inco.
Go.
FAO.
We are go.
Network.
Go.
Recovery.
Go.
Capcom.
We're go flight.
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
Roger that, Houston. Pad leader, what's your status?
We are go for launch. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. Stand by.
Fuel pumps. This is it. A few bumps and we're hauling the mail.
We are go for launch. T-minus
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1. Ignition. The clock is running.
We have liftoff. What's up, folks? Welcome back to the Pulse. My name is Matt. This is Crypto Heartbeat, and it's like the olden days. 70 people on a Sunday. Welcome back to the back porch. No jacket today. Got a hat on. I can't believe it, folks. This is so exciting. I just had to do a stream, and I had to prep you for what's about to happen tonight. We've got ourselves the Texan tailgate right after this. And, folks, it is amazing what's happening. You know what's going on. You've been paying attention to Twitter. You've been on the edge of your seat for the last 2 years. And here we are. Boy, there's nobody that's waiting like I've been waiting. I've been telling you, hey, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And here's the cool thing. We're going to talk about why I know it's coming. And if I'm wrong, I guess we'll just continue to be hopeful. But what's incredible about this is the tweets from Richard Hart. And so super excited about that. Might have a guest roll in here in a little bit. It's going to be a shorter stream because I'm excited about the Texan tailgate tonight. People are going to be really excited about the Pulsechain's imminent launch. Welcome back to the Pulse, folks. Man, I'll tell you what. It is so exciting. So exciting. Did you catch my little bit of a Twitter tussle with Mr. Jack Levin today? That was kind of fun. If you missed that one, you might enjoy that. It's kind of fun. Let's say hello to you, and then let's get into it. 85 people here. Thanks for being here. Folks, you're excited. I'm excited. You're like, I just want to watch anybody who's excited about the Pulsechain launch. And that's Crypto Heartbeat. Super excited. Whew. I'll tell you what, folks. This is incredible. This is monumental. This is going to be like a bomb dropping in crypto. People are just, we know this. We've known it forever. But there's going to be people that aren't going to know about this for like 3 months. Incredible. Facing reality. What's going on? Elbow cough. Fantastic. Good to see you. Airtoe. Better get my chores done. Yeah, so you can watch this stream. Godfather J6 is in the house. Taryn, let's go. The Hexagon hyped. Yeah, totally hyped. Crypto Compassion. Set the captives free, including myself. Let's go, fam. Yeah, that's the thing. Hope. You're like, I sacked for these things. This is going to be incredible. We're going to get maybe 24 hours or 48 hours before the bridges open. This is the opportunity. And it's just fun to do this together, folks. That's, to me, that's the best part, right? If this just happened, you didn't have any friends, you'd be like, no fun. Got to do it with friends. Jokey Clokey. Hello, K. Hudson, Longhornish. You know, the Longhorns disappointed me today. They got beat by Miami right at the end. They were leading the whole time. Folks, that was sad. David Gomez, pound that like button on the way in. From the rags to riches we go. You know what? Rags to riches is coming in as a guest, I think. We might see him give us a little bit of his alpha. David Gomez, Pulsechain coming very, very soon. David Lee, all the way from southwestern Indiana. Man, I'll tell you what. David Lee got us through the bear market. Am I right, folks? David Lee. +1 in the chat for David Lee. He got us through the bear market by loving us. Thanks, man. I appreciate you so much. Crypto Trucker, we might have to start calling Matt Mr. Blue. You like that? Yeah, that's my photo that they created for Ophir Crypto, and I liked it so much I started using it. So, yeah, I've got some blue glasses now. I might have to color my hair blue. What do you think? Yes. Ryan Keefe, what's up? PLSD pumping tonight. New all-time home coming this week. Free copy on the Pulsechain. Get it. That's right. Everything's on sale, ready to go. Come get me, aliens. Doesn't seem real. I agree. It does not seem real. But it's got to happen at some point. Richard Hart, for the glory, for the win. Jack Handy, happy Sunday to you. It's been a big day. We went to church with the family and just reminded folks, there will always be scoffers. There will always be scoffers. Even the greatest teacher of all time had scoffers. Making history with you, Legends, is epic. Facing realities here. MT Coiner, good day, Crypto Heartbeat. Hex Force 1, good evening. Pulsechain is Imminent. Fire. We're a go for launch. I love that Apollo 13. So fantastic. Jack Handy, send it. Blast off. Hex Force 1. The Church of Universal Oneness. Peace, good health, prosperity to y'all. Warning. We're changing the world for the better. Pulsechain launch in 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice movie clip. Thanks so much. My online ghost is here. KD, good to see you. Hexit strategy. Rocket time, baby. You know, there's something about this collective excitement, right? Doesn't it make you feel good? It makes you feel better. You're like, you got hope. Man, we've been waiting a long time. Remember that March 15th? Richard's like, it's going to launch March 15th. And then Ethereum 2.0 came around. We're almost to it's March 26th right now. Can you imagine? I just got this deep feeling that we're going to see the Pulsechain tomorrow. I'm going to make a case for that. We'll see if I'm right. Probably won't be because I've been wrong every single time. But we can still hope, right? I'm going to take Richard Hart for his word because he's said, dude, we just hit 100 people. Thanks for being here on the Pulse. My name is Matt. This is Crypto Heartbeat. It is so exciting what's about to happen with the Pulsechain. It's going to change the very nature. It is going to be the #1 story in crypto. You watch. Aaron Hungate's here. Can we skip the moon and just for Mars? The Oort Cloud incoming. Launchpad. McQuack. Let's go. Texan Tailgate's in the house. You know, Forrest is leading the Texan Tailgate tonight at 9 p.m. So in about 30 minutes, we got ourselves that. That's going to be exciting. Trey Mo James out here in Austin, Texas. Let's get it. Pulsechain. We had the match play with the PGA Tour in Austin today and this weekend. It was fantastic. Extravagant Taste is here. Just chilling. Shout out to everyone who's here. Matt would say it is no accident. There is no accident. You know about this for a reason. You were chose for this very moment because we got work to do, folks. We are going to be in abundance, and we need to make sure that we continue to defend freedom and sovereignty for people. And that's what Richard Hart's doing. He's leading the way, and we are going to be very, very good followers of that, and we're going to lead ourselves, right? We're going to help keep each other up. That's the whole point. Humberto Gonzalez, blessings from sunny Miami. We could be hours away from launch. Congratulations to your University of Miami Hurricanes for their Final Four appearance. Moonrunner, hey there at work, but catching a sneaky listen while I can. There you go. Put in the ear pods and you got it. Droning on again and again. Red Leader standing by. Red Leader. Nate Mintz, what's up? It's Nate Mintz, not Nate Steaks and not Nate Snakes. Woo! What's going on? Hello, everyone, as well. And blessed Sunday evening, my online ghost. Always be 2 more weeks. Right. Nico, FBA, a little tussle made me laugh, though. What didn't it? It did. It did. Had to call him out, though. Had to say, all right, you want to expose DMs? I made a video of them. So I've got a video of all the DMs. So I stand ready because you know what? I was extremely gracious to him on DMs. He has nothing on me, folks. He just wants to play games. Uncle Will, good evening, Matt, and the rest of Hexaco. What's going on? Sitting on the yacht at 2 a.m. in the night. Greetings from Poland. Wow, fantastic. Academaciated, Evening Heartbeat. Spirit Falcon. I'm back, baby. Spirit Falcon's back. Ha! So good to see you guys. Sack's coming soon. That's right. Benny Blanco, happy Sunday to you. Gangstorama. Is that right? Gangstorama. Yeah. Awesome. Nate, this is a +1 for David Lee in the chat, folks. You know what? This is going to be an incredible stream. Thanks so much for supporting David Lee. He needs all the love. He spreads the love. Element Hacks, hey, Crypto Heartbeat, always love your streams. Thanks for being here. I'm in rare form. Sandra Larson's here. We know we've got something special tonight. David Lee, buy one, get one free. Could end at any moment. Possibly tomorrow. Plexican. Let's go forward and win. What's up, family? Logan's Run. Oh, baby. Fallen comrades here. I thought that was an imposter. Now I know they named him Jack. Talk about biting the hand that feeds you. Apologies to others named Jack. That's right. Crypto Wars. Woo! Hype in the chat. How nice was the 12-cent pump we just got? Fantastic. Don't you love it? Kansas Crypto's in the house. Pulsechain doesn't look ready. Wonder if it's ready behind the scenes. I think the plumbing's ready. I just don't know UI's easy. UI's easy. Plumbing's hard, folks. We've got a guest that's coming in tonight. DJ and Dougie Peach is here. Thanks for being here, buddy. What a community we've got, Jack Handy says. Heavy Metal Hexicans here. I bought some Link today. Yeah, you never know what'll happen when you get that copy over there. Be careful, though. Our guest is going to warn you about what you need to do. He's always my wingman. He's my ace in the hole, and he's my Kid Creole. He's my Bob Dole, always watching out for me. He's my big brother, even though he's a lot younger. Hit the like button. Sandra Larson says, Mr. Lee. All right. Trade Mode James, Clintrons, the Hexican. No warning for Hex. All right, here we go, folks. If we're going to do this right, let's do it right.
He's not only the CEO, he's the CFO, the CIO, the CMO, the CTO. He's the supreme I done told you. He's the mayor of Sassy City, the commander of couch cushion maintenance. In the islands, he's known as Kinkamaya Maya. He's my ace in the hole, my Kid Creole, my Bob Dole. He's not internationally known, but he's known to rock the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, the gentle, ginger, giant, genius, and the professor of potent pontification, Brandon from rags to riches.
The professor of potent pontification, Brandon. What's going on, man?
What's up, dude?
Oh, man, I'm fired up.
Why are you fired up, man?
I'm fired up. I'm on the porch. I couldn't be more excited. I feel like we got some alpha to share, even though we don't know anything. We don't know squat, but we're excited. And I think that counts for something, doesn't it?
Yeah, I hope this doesn't bite me in the ass. My Pulsechain is imminent tweet.
I know.
I should have put a blonde wig on and taken a picture or video of me saying that, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well, yeah, on your OnlyFans, you heard it from some friends. I understand how it works.
Good gosh, I wouldn't pay for that.
No. You have to give coupons for that one.
Coupons for OnlyFans?
That's right. It's like, you get a discount. Come on.
I don't think I want to go to discount OnlyFans. No.
That's right. Folks, everybody loves seeing Brandon. We got 119 people. It's the olden days rags. People are excited about the Pulsechain launch. I want to share some tweets from the man himself, and this is from Richard Hart himself. And I want to break it down with you, man, because this is really what it's all about. Let's zoom in on this. So what does he say? Oh, this is it right here. This is your warning that Pulsechain and PulseX can launch at any time now without warning. And then below he says, beware scams and imposters in the comments. Okay, let's break it down, Brandon. I want to understand what your thoughts are here. You know, we had a little bit of a false start in May of last year. We've gone all this way. I think he's been extremely careful about saying anything about launch. And something happened with the V3 launch. He said it was coming and it came.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's doing it again. What are your thoughts about that? Do you believe that Richard means what he says, and that when he says this is your warning, it means it's ready to roll?
Yes. Now, if you go back and listen to what he said in the past, like a year ago, he said, I'll probably give you guys about 24 to 48 hours heads up before this thing goes, just to give you time to do whatever you need to do to get prepared for it. And I think this is his way of doing that. Now, I think this is important, but what's really cool, really important, and this is a little bit of speculation, Brent Morrissey, who's his friend.
Oh, you don't think that I've got Brent Morrissey's pulled up, bro?
I think you do. I think you do.
I do. I'm so glad that you brought that up, because that to me is the key. Here, hang on a second. Let me pull this up. I'm so glad you brought that up. I had it prepped because I had a feeling you might mention it. So who is Brent Morrissey, Brandon, for folks who don't know?
As far as we can tell, he's probably he's probably one of the closest people to Richard. Yeah. Probably a good friend of his. I think they probably lived near each other or with each other at some point, this or that. And, this is what he's saying. Now, if you go back a couple days, Matt.
Yeah. It's so funny, actually. So this is March 23rd. Yeah, 21st. He said, consider yourself warned, punk.
And then he says, you've been warned again. And then what happened?
Yep.
V3 came out. Now
okay.
Now we scroll up.
Yeah, not the gender reassignment, but the... Yeah, so there's the March 2030 references, and he's like, this is your final warning, punk. I agree with you. I think this is a big deal, because I think, it's funny, is I think that Brent is, I think he's the one taking the pictures of Richard, and he's his buddy. And
we don't know. We're just like everybody else. We don't know, but.
Well, it's pretty good, but wouldn't it be awesome? So if that were the case, and it happened in the same timing, that'd mean tomorrow.
24 to 48 hours. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow. Now, if we're looking at time zones here, I don't know where Richard is, but his time zone has changed a little bit recently.
Has it?
Yeah. So maybe East Coast Standard Time. Maybe we see some cool stuff tomorrow. Who knows? Within 24 to 48 hours. If it passes that window, then I'd still be on alert, because he just gave everybody the heads up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what that is. He's giving us heads up.
Dude, that's so exciting. All right, so we've been waiting for 2 years. We talked about this. I don't want it to happen so fast that we can't get the popcorn ready with Crypto Panda, because that's what we've been building up to for like 2 years. Is that we were gonna, when the Pulsechain launched, we were gonna sit with Crypto Panda, and we were gonna eat some popcorn. Yeah. He says he's ready though, because he's back. He came out of hibernation.
Yeah, you got to bribe him with some bamboo shoots. That's about the only way we get him in there. But he'll come through. Now, the big question, Matt, and I don't mean to take over, you might have a plan here, but people are asking, what do they do? Like, what's the implications of this? There's a lot of new people here.
Yeah. And absolutely. We got 130 people here, Brandon. This is like unprecedented for bear market stuff, but it's like the old bull run. Okay, so let's talk about that, and then you fill in these gaps on this. So Richard has said in the past that we're going to have a launch, and there's going to be 24 to 48 hours between the official launch of Pulsechain and when the bridge is open. What does that mean, Brandon?
24 or 48 hours. Well, what he said was, I think, 24 to 48 hours before the snapshot.
Okay.
So what this means is they're going to basically take a picture, a system state snapshot of all the wallets of the system state of Ethereum, essentially. So what are the implications of that? That means that all the hex that you have in your Ethereum wallet, all the Hedron or Texan or Pulse Doge or whatever that you hold, there's going to be a snapshot. It's going to take a picture of it. And it's going to take that picture and it's going to put it on Pulsechain. So you're going to have double the quantity, not necessarily double the value, because there's going to be price discovery once Pulsechain launches. Now, the thing that's could pay, really get people wrecked, and this is what we have to look out for, the bridge. So what is the bridge? The bridge connects value from the Ethereum blockchain to the Pulsechain blockchain. So literally think about it as a bridge in between the two. There's not going to be, in my opinion, sufficient price discovery until that bridge is open.
Right.
Because you have to have a track back to value in order to determine a price. It's like if you're in the middle of the wilderness and you're, shooting beavers, man, you got to take those beavers back to market to see what they'll pay you for it, right?
Dude,
So,
are you the provisioner of pelts?
Listen, I'm a pelt dude. I slay some pelt, bro. So
Oh my god. What kind of stream is this?
I said pelt, not beaver.
I know.
But there's important. You got to have a track back to the market. Yeah. So the track back to the market in this instance is going to be Ethereum. That's the initial price discovery. And once Pulsechain gets running, it's kind of like its own oracle. It's its own market. It's setting prices on Pulsechain. So there's going to be a 48-hour period, maybe 24 to 48 hours. We don't really know for sure. But that bridge isn't going to be open, so just be very, very careful about the trades that you make, because the ratios could be very, very off as compared to post-bridge. So just be careful.
Well, and I think a lot of people, if you're not familiar with what you're doing and you're not comfortable, what's the advice, Brandon?
Just don't do it. Just stay put.
Yeah,
just
don't do
chill.
anything. Yeah, just relax.
One easy, if you wanted to participate because your mind's weird and you just have to go do something to fix yourself here, you might want to consider looking at some of your favorite cryptocurrencies, and you could purchase that. A lot of folks in here, for them, it's going to be Hex, and that's fine. You're going to get copies on the Pulsechain. Now, again, you're going to get copies. Price discovery has to happen to give those copies value. So you're going to have same quantity, not necessarily the same value initially. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about a big issue, and that is stable coins. A lot of liquidity is based on stables. Obviously, we know that Pulsechain was created for Hex. We're likely going to see Pulse and PulseX obviously paired with things. But when it comes to pulling things over from other liquidity from other dexes that are copied over, we're going to have some issues with stable coins like USDC and USDT. What are your thoughts? I know that there's been some talk about DAI and what it potentially could mean in the Pulsechain as a potential stablecoin. Any thoughts there? Oh, by the way, you have a fan, by the way.
Who? Can you direct message me? Jeez.
That's the best.
See, dude, slaying
the pelt.
I kept my mouth shut, man.
Yeah, you should have, man.
Well, so here's what we're gonna do here. I have no idea what question you just asked me, except it has something to do with DAI. Just kidding.
Okay, that is the
DAI. So here's the thing with DAI, right? So DAI is interesting because you look at DAI and there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of issues with DAI. In terms of its centralization, in terms of its counterparty risk, in my opinion, in terms of them they spin up rules and just apply these things without any, user input here. But one thing that I've noticed is Richard he seems to be more of a proponent for DAI than most other stables. And that's been a common theme this entire time. So he's kind of supported DAI in a way. And then the other thing here is you notice that I think it's one of the sacrifice wallets, they switched over, was it $240 million worth of stables into DAI during that USDC crisis.
Yep.
And then one other thing, if I remember correctly, and this is going back a couple years, I believe there was a packet of DAI that was sent over to an address that's controlled by the governing body at DAI. And this was sent over to their address. Don't know why. I'm wondering if there is some type of coordination or agreement or something with DAI to be able to provide stable coins on the Pulsechain side without threat of being administratively shut down.
Yeah.
So that's kind of it's a crackpot theory. Yeah. But we'll see what happens.
So let me ask you, and will you explain to people what a bridge does and what a wrapped version of a token is? So let's say there's wrapped USDC or wrapped ETH or wrapped. When things get wrapped on a bridge, what does that mean?
Okay, so let's just take Bitcoin because this is probably the most prominent wrapped version here. So if you wanted to use Bitcoin on the Ethereum network, how could you do it? There's a mismatch. There's a mismatch in protocol. They don't talk to each other right. So what you can do is create a bridge that goes between the Bitcoin network and the Ethereum network. And guys, I know that there's some people in here, they're going to freak out. I'm not going to be extremely detailed because I don't want to lose people here. You take your Bitcoin, you interact with this contract. Okay, this contract locks up the Bitcoin and it issues you WBTC, a wrapped Bitcoin. So it has the actual value in a contract, but it's going to issue you an ERC20 that represents that value that you locked up. So it's 1-for-1. You lock up an actual Bitcoin, it issues you a wrapped Bitcoin that you can then take, that tracks the price of Bitcoin. You could take it anywhere on the Ethereum network with any protocol, and you would be able to trade. So that's kind of what that means, and that's what that does.
So you think that there's a possibility that we'll see wrapped DAI for one. There may be native DAI, it sounds like, as well, potentially, if there's some agreement with DAI. There's going to be wrapped, all kinds of other wrapped as they come across the bridge, right? They're going to be a wrapped version.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see here because we know with stable coins, one of the ways that they make money is they lend out stable coins to centralized entities. I'm not fully aware of any type of centralized entity that's going to be up and running from the start on Pulsechain. But there's an opportunity for some stablecoin issuer to do very well, I think, if they are participating in Pulsechain. And I wonder if DAI is that person for us.
Yeah, probably. Do you think Schwa's being serious here?
Papa Boner's name search. You need help in the HW Vice security.
Isn't Papa B the one that does the security related things?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yep.
Tin Top, what is going on? Nate Mins, Hex is my stablecoin. There you go. Yeah, there's no Richard Hart April Fools on all this stuff, folks. He doesn't play like that. This is a big deal for him. Think about this. This is his swan song, right? He's had Hex, 10,000X. He's got all these people. And, a lot of the people quietly sacked for Pulse and Pulse X, right? Mm-hmm. So some of these big influencers and everything are paying attention to this. I think this is going to be the talk of the town this coming week. And, I have a feeling that Richard's got some surprises up his sleeve. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say so, man. Yeah, I would say so. Let's just, yeah. I think there's a whole nother world when you get to this, to his level and creating projects, and there's things that you learn along the way. And I'm really excited. This is massive amounts of vindication for the entire Richard Hart ecosystem.
Yeah.
All the abuse, all the Twitter violence that we've taken this entire time, all the people that have been fudding us into oblivion this entire time. This just feels so good. And I'll just send a message to Richard, man. You stuck in there and you saw it through. And I think that, Matt, you and I knew that was going to be the case the entire time. We were very vocal about that, but good job, man. If you ever listen to this, good work.
Yeah. We're super excited. And, it gives so many regular people hope. You know what? I've always said this about the Hex community. I love the Hex community because it represents regular folks who know what hard times look like. Mm-hmm. And to me, I think you've been this way too. I've always been an advocate for the underdog. I've always wanted to advocate for people who didn't get a shot. I always wanted to watch out for people who were, getting abused and beat up. And to me, there's something about this community where I go, this isn't just, how can we get Bill Gates richer? This is like regular people that if this goes well, which I have a great feeling about, this can be transformative for your life. And to think that Richard, most founders do like one token. Oh, I did Hex. Congratulations to me. But he's actually building a vertically aligned ecosystem, taking all those arrows in his back so that we can have a future. And I think the legacy of Richard Hart is going to be this community. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we're just getting started, man. I
Yeah.
mean, this whole thing, DeFi. Okay, so people say crypto's been around for 13 years now. DeFi hasn't been around 13 years. Not to the level this is now, guys. You got to understand that this is a brand new galaxy that's being formed, and there's only a handful of players. Our community is one of those players, and Richard Hart's one of those players. This sets the stage and the tone for decades and decades to come. Like what's happening right now, and people don't really think that big, but it really is that big. DeFi is it's not been around a long time, man.
Well, and you make a really good point. I mean, you think about what when the Hex contract came out, and then it was Uniswap, right? I mean, Richard and the Hexican community made Uniswap popular, and now it's obviously the DEX. But you're right; that's only been what 3, maybe close to 4 years now. That's not a lot of time.
Yeah, it's like the infrastructure that we're seeing now pretty much just blossomed 2019.
Yeah.
And it was in development prior to that a couple years. And then we had some options back then, but nothing like we're seeing now. So, guys, this is brand new. This is neat. I think this is really like the equivalent of getting into Bitcoin within the first couple years. That's what you're seeing right now, I think.
It's awesome. Viber Finance CEO, thanks for joining us, man. It's good to see you here. Nate Mins and Tea Time. Hex Glenn is here. Hex Force 1. Paladin. Dude, we haven't seen Paladin in forever.
He changed it to YYZ, so maybe he had a gender reassignment surgery. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, he does say if you pay for Beaver out in the wilderness, it does take 48 hours to show up on the credit card. Oh my gosh, that's what I call a charge back right there. Graziano, great stream. Good to see you. Moving to San Antonio, Texas soon to become a part of the Texan. Wow.
Cool.
Token movement. Mainnet in hours. Be ready, folks. That's something that's awesome is this buy one, get one free thing is going to be over soon here. And I see that Hex is pumping, so that's a good thing. Steve Wright's here from Santa Barbara. Sunny Santa Barbara. Love Santa Barbara. Even if you can smell the crude oil in the air in the mornings. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. The path to possibility. It's so great to see new people coming in. We got 170 people here, Brandon.
Yeah.
You guys are legends. Thanks, Viber Finance. Appreciate you. You stuck it out in the bear market too.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to give Crypto Panda a hard time. We'll welcome him back, but we're going to give him a hard time for hibernating during the bear market. Smash the likes, everyone. Thanks, Ali. Yeah, and text it, man. What does this mean? What do you think this means for the Texan token, man? I mean, we're getting copies on the Pulsechain. We were going to launch on the Pulsechain. We were like, that's because we thought for sure it was going to come out by the beginning of the year. We had to go out on Ethereum. I'm really glad we did go out on Ethereum, but I'm really excited because I think that the ecosystem of freedom and sovereignty is going to be the Pulsechain.
Yeah, man, I think it fits. It's about culture, okay? Yeah. And I think that's important. The people that are involved in what we have going, they might not be interested or enthused about, our project or Texit or whatever the case may be, but they do have an overarching theme of just wanting to make their own decisions, live their life with the least amount of intervention possible. And I think that our chain, looking across the galaxy right now, our chain represents that more than anybody else because the people represent that more than anybody else. We're going to make Arbitrum look like, junior varsity here, and people don't realize that. So this is going to be cool. This is going to be awesome. This is us doing our own thing. I keep saying it, folks. Just don't wait for other people to do things. Go grab the bull by the horns. This is a massive opportunity. You can create businesses off of Pulsechain. You can create news websites. You can create clothing lines. You can do all sorts of cool things. So go build it because it's here.
That's a great point. That is a great point, folks. There's a lot around this ecosystem that's going to continue to grow. And it's going to be, can you imagine the next big, conference, next bull run? We're going parabolic. We got people at conferences, all that stuff. It's going to bring so many people in that are users on Ethereum because they get those copies. And I would say, there's millions and millions of users on Ethereum that are going to wake up and go, hey, I've got a copy on this new Ethereum fork called Pulsechain, and they're already there. This is the world's largest airdrop. But what's crazy is those words don't even communicate the power of what it means to copy the system state. Richard Hart had some serious cojones to say, I'm going to copy the system state because it's not easy.
Yeah, and the key here with the system state copy and all of those tokens in people's wallets, the most important thing here is it's the biggest marketing maneuver that has ever been executed in crypto. I'm telling you guys right now, because check this out. People are going to find out these dormant wallets that they haven't accessed in 2 or 3 years. They're going to find out from what their favorite influencer that they've got copies, and they just go to pulsechain.com, they switch the network, and now they have copies. That's going to happen for years and years and years. There are going to be stories, folks, where people open up wallets that they haven't touched in 8 years from now, and they're going to be millionaires because of those copies. I guarantee it. That's going to happen. So there is no better marketing tool to get people to check and get people to come interact, in my opinion. It's the best ever.
Wow. John's music, I see you. I just want you to know I see you, my friend. Off Peak Media, we got this. That's right. Big Bud Wolf, Hexacron. What's going on, man? All these folks here.
Yeah.
Dehexian, how many lives can we change over the next few years? This is what I'm hyped about. Go Pulse. Yeah. Well, the Pulse Promise, dude. This is what the whole thing was about. The Pulse Promise is going to kick into gear as well. We'll change that website so people can basically say, hey, we're going to be the largest decentralized VC firm in the world when everything goes live. So that's exciting. If you want to know more, you can go to pulsepromise.com, find out more about that. Boy, we started that a long time ago, and that will come to pass here hopefully soon. The Hex Files, M. Condor, good to see you. The alignment of moon, stars, Venus, and Jupiter, fire. Gen Hex, what's going on? What about buy and burn functions, single-sided staking, DAO, limit order functionality being tested before mainnet necessity? What do you think? There's been some concerns about that type of stuff, but my understanding is you can't have a DAO unless you got people, and you don't have people that have made that have the incentive token anyway. So it's not like you can test that right now in the test net. That's my understanding.
PulseX has been done for a long time, and I'm going to point this out too. It kind of leaked, and this isn't extremely known, but there was a private test net that has been up and running for months and months and months and months with this sort of functionality that was already pretty much finished. They can take that code and bring it's EVM based. They can take the code, bring it over. I think it's done. I really do. And I think it's been tested already on the private V3 that hadn't been released to the public up until recently.
I think it's helpful if you know anything about software development. UI is generally the last thing because UI can be changed at a moment. It's the plumbing that's got to work right. But great question, Gen Hex. DJ and Dougie Peach, I think, surprisingly, Mr. Peach has something to offer that is like spot on.
I would warn you not to even go down this road with him. Don't make him feel good.
Well, that's what I do. You do the opposite.
Okay.
All right. DJ and Dougie Peach says a warning to Hexicans, Texans: do not connect your wallet to airdrops. There are no airdrops. Everybody's going to be out there saying you need to connect your wallet to airdrops. The number one way people get scammed is they click on a link, and that link ends up having somebody remote control your machine, or they put something on your machine that they can basically control it. Obviously people DMing you on Telegram, it's probably the worst place where people say they're somebody that they're not. No one ever needs your seed phrases. Ever. Anyone. Never, ever share your seed phrases. And 2, do not click on any airdrops. There are no airdrops.
The way that this is going to work is that all you have to do is change the network to the Pulsechain network and add the contract address for whatever token you have, and all your tokens are going to be there. You don't have to do anything except to connect to the new network.
And that's the RPC settings in MetaMask or whatever you're using.
Watch Richard Hart's Twitter. He's going to tell you everything that you need to do to get where you need. Don't listen to anybody else. Hey, so my daughter, she turned 16 last year, and I had to teach her to drive, and it didn't really go super well, but I had to teach her right before she got her car and her license. I took her to the parking lot at the park, and I just made her over and over and over again, just literally slam on the brakes and lock them up. And I said, when in doubt, stop. Mm-hmm.
When in doubt, stop. I don't care where you are. People will stop behind you. When in doubt, stop. Same thing here, right? When in doubt, if you're concerned, something seems weird, you will be way better off doing nothing than doing something. Fair enough?
Yeah, fair enough. I got something to show you though.
Oh, show me. 184 people here. Thanks for being here. Bugs, what's going on? Facing reality, KD. Folks, we are 4 minutes away from the Texan tailgate, and I'm going to ask you for a big, big favor. So please stick with us for the next 4 minutes. I got a big favor to ask of you before we sign off. Brandon, what you got?
No, I was just going to show. Do you remember when they memed me and made me a race car driver, like
Yes.
Ricky Bobby? If you ain't first, you're last. Yeah. So I was trying to cue
Trying
that
to
up.
find that one.
Yeah.
That one's legit. What's the backing these copies of tokens? That's what I don't get. Don't the projects have a bridge money across to provide liquidity? Well, because of the system state, it's actually pulling liquidity. You know, it's actually got Uniswap. It's got all of these DEXs that are on the Ethereum chain coming over. They had to do that AMM fixer bot because they changed ETH, right? They diluted it 1.2 million to 1. They had to fix all of the ratios. And then there's going to be value that's over. But the key here is the people that have Pulse and Pulse X, the sacrificers, will have value from the beginning of launch. But you're right. Any other value is going to have to be bridged over. Is that fair, Brandon?
Yeah. Yeah. What's backing the copies of the tokens? So this is going to be an interesting thing to watch, folks. There is value in the sacrifice addresses, hundreds of millions of dollars, billions at some point, or at some points there were. So there is stuff to back this. We just have to get the bridge open. One thing that might be easy is people taking a look at Ethereum before the bridge, seeing how much Hex costs, for example, and then kind of ballparking that on Pulsechain. So we'll see. We don't know. We don't know. This is going to be interesting.
So are you going to go onto the stream tonight with the folks over at Texan Tailgate?
I have not received an official invite, but I will be observing. Yes.
Okay. I have a feeling they'll invite you in. 188 people. I'm going to ask you a big favor, and I know this is a lot to ask of people, but I'm going to ask you. A lot of new people here. We're fired up about the Pulsechain launch. We think it's coming in the next 48 hours. 193 people here. So Forrest is the guy who has the Texan Tailgate. He's going to be talking about Pulsechain with a team of people. They got a small channel, okay? And I want somebody to put in the chat. So if you guys will stick with me here, do me this big favor. Even if you just go over for a couple minutes, tell them that Rags and Crypto Heartbeat sent you. I want to raid them, and I want them to feel so special because when you're starting a new channel, Brandon, you know this, I know this, it's kind of nerve-wracking. You're getting it under your feet. I'm going to tell you, Forrest is a fantastic guy, and I think he deserves some he needs a little kick in the pants tonight. And if you would do that, that would be great. So if you guys would, if you're going to Texan Tailgate, put the in the chat there, put the link to the Texan Tailgate into the chat. And folks, I'm going to ask that you just go over there because we're going to sign off here in 1 minute, basically. And I want you to go over there and just say hello, put in something into the chat, stick around for a little bit, enjoy their hype that they're going to be sharing. Brandon and I may stop and drop in to that as well. But I just want you guys to give some encouragement. Please subscribe to the Texan Tailgate. They're folks on a Sunday night having a good time. I wanted to fire people up for that. So I'm going to wait till we get that link into the chat. Do you have that, Brandon, you can put in there?
Yeah, I got it right now.
Okay. So Texan Tailgate, guys, do me that favor and go over there and tell them that Brandon and Crypto Heartbeat sent you, and we will catch you over there, folks. It is 8 p.m. Central Texas time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's that?
Private chat.
Oh, it's in the private?
Yeah, the link.
Okay, what?
Copy and paste it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I got you. Yep. Thanks, man. All right, here you go, folks. This is it. Please, don't go anywhere except over here. So jump into the Texan Tailgate. Brandon, thanks for joining. Let's go Pulsechain. Don't mess with Texas. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next stream. Texan Tailgate, go over and say hello. Thanks so much. Take care, everybody.